This is getting harder and harder as the weeks go on. That's gonna work. What's up, you guys? It's me, it's Dakota. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, what up? I'm in the nursery. My cat is trying to jump up in the window, but I don't want that. Have you guys ever seen such a big cat before? She's so chubby. Her name is Cat, but short for Catherine. Anyways, I believe my last update was more of like a baby haul, because there was, Cat, do you want to go here? There you go. My curtains are in her way. I believe it was a baby haul. Let me check. My memory is just so terrible lately. Yeah, it was a haul. So, I'm 34 weeks and 4 days today. I had a doctor's appointment today, which is why it's taken this long to get an update for you guys, because I wanted to go to the doctor's and just confirm everything, and then also have more to talk about, because I really don't have that much to talk about. As always, I'm going to be looking at my phone because, like I said, my memory is terrible, and I've written down a lot of things for you guys because, like I said last time, I really didn't have an update. So let's see. My biggest complaint, I guess you would say, as of lately, I've got the worst restless legs I've ever had in my life. I already deal with insomnia and just basically not sleeping. I'll fall asleep for about an hour and a half to 2 hours, and then I'm up for 2-3 hours, sometimes even 4 hours, and then I'll go back to sleep for another 2 hours. And that's typical. That's how my nights have been going. Oh, Sammy wants to make an appearance too. This is Sammy. She's a tiny little baby, huh? You're smallest baby in the house, huh? Well, not for long. Oh. I've always dealt with, well, not always, ever since getting married, for some reason, I just have dealt with insomnia. I don't know if it's because I'm not in the house that I grew up in, because I lived in the same house my whole life. I don't know what's up. Anyways, so I guess sleep is my biggest complaint. Go figure, it's been my biggest complaint for the last 4 years, but now that I'm pregnant, it's like amped up quite a bit. I do have a broken hip, a hurt hip. I have a torn labrum, if you guys know what that is, if you want to Google what that is. It's not bone related, it is like ligament related, so my bones are perfectly fine, except they're getting a little crushed more and more each day, like the Pangea, what is it called? The Pangea. Wow, I need sleep. They're drifting, but opposite. My hips are going like this, and so every day they're getting closer and closer, and they're rubbing. So I'm just in a lot of pain with that. But now, for some reason, usually my hip pain is more in my groin. It's in my side, like right here. I went to the doctors, not the like OB doctors, but like a family practitioner. I'm out of breath now. And she says that it's hip bursitis, whatever that is. Sure, I got that. But that's apparently what's going on. So like the side of my hips will hurt. So I'll get up in the middle of the night and I'll just like walk around. Sometimes I'll even stretch. Sometimes, because of my restless legs, I'll even start doing squats or leg raises, because moving around gets the blood flowing, and it tends to help for some reason. I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing, especially at 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know if squats are like the smartest thing to be doing at 34 weeks pregnant at that, but I mean, it kind of helps with the pain a little bit, like for a while, and then I lay back down and then it starts to hurt again. I haven't had any weight gain if anything, I've lost a pound in the last month, maybe even 2 months. I don't know. I know I really shouldn't be looking at the scale, but I look at it every dang day. Sometimes twice a day. In the morning and at night. I don't know why. It's such a bad habit. It doesn't, I don't know. Anyways, we won't get into that. The other day, I'm a little embarrassed to admit it, but like I want to look back and laugh at this. And I know I'm not alone, but the other day I had my first pee accident. Thank God I was in my bathing suit and getting ready to shower, but I peed because I sneezed so hard. And I didn't even think I needed to pee. Like I peed when I got home and then I was getting ready to shower and then I sneezed and I peed and I was very surprised. And it wasn't a little pee, like TMI, but it's funny. It sprayed everywhere because I wasn't wearing pants. Like it was just a bathing suit. Thank God Kyle was not in the room because that was so embarrassing. But I want to laugh about it later in the future because I knew that bladder control was gonna happen eventually, and 34 weeks to the day is when I officially lost it. I've been nesting like crazy. This past weekend, I packed and repacked and unpacked and packed and repacked the hospital bag, but not of mine or Kyle's things, just the baby's clothes and diapers, because I am gonna go balls to the wall and attempt to cloth diaper and cloth wipe at the hospital from the very beginning, at the very start, because I feel like if I'm going to cloth diaper and I've got them ready, and this is if they'll fit, of course, like if they're not gonna fit, then they're not gonna fit. But if I've got them already, then like why wouldn't I use them? Like yes, the hospital gives you free diapers and wipes, but like I just want to do it. I just want to try. So I packed 8 diapers, I believe. I packed 4 all-in-one little Joeys, and then I packed 4 covers along with 8 pre-folds. So I guess I technically have 12 diapers. I'm hoping that's enough. If it's not, then the hospital obviously has some, but I'm pretty sure that's enough. They said that I should only be there for 24 hours if I have a vaginal delivery, or 48 for a cesarean. But you know, things can happen and you might have to stay longer than anticipated. So that's why I'm bringing a little extra. I'm not too worried about myself. Kyle and I went to Target yesterday to get some pajamas, because I wear like Kyle's clothes or just like t-shirts to bed, so I don't have anything that's like button up. So I got some button up pajama sets, just so it's easy to do like skin on skin and to nurse if my milk comes in on time, because that hasn't happened. I nanny for a living, like that's my job, and my boss actually asked me this past week, like, has your milk come in? And I said no, and I wasn't worried about it, but now she told me like, oh, I definitely was leaking by 34 weeks. Have you started eating like foods that will help you lactate, or like special teas? And I was like, no, because I don't know, I just always thought that your milk should come in after you give a baby, and if it comes in before, like great. But for some reason I always thought like your milk comes in after you had your baby. I don't know, I could have been mistaken, but I wasn't too worried about it until she said that, and now I'm a little worried. And now Lily's coming in to say hi. But my milk hasn't come in. I'm not too worried. My boobs haven't really changed that much. My nipples really do hurt. So I mean, things are happening. Things are cooking up in there. My fingers and toes are starting to swell up, especially when Kyle and I go on like long walks. I have to take my rings off before we go on a walk now. I guess I don't have to, but I do just for safety, because I don't want to get my rings stuck. And my feet, they're not really like getting swollen that much, but they do throb really bad at the end of the day. So like I just kick them up and have a nice bath with some Epsom salt, and that really does feel super good on my body before bed. One more thing before I get into the doctor's, well, I guess two more things. More of my things have come in from the registry, but they're more like nursery related. I got the picture frames for those prints that I showed you in the last video. Half of them came, I ordered 6 of them. Half of them came in damaged, like completely damaged. I definitely can't do anything with them. So I tried to get a hold of Michael. Alright, sorry, I ran out of space because I'm talking way too much. But I mean, what else are we doing on quarantine? We don't got anyone else to talk to. Lily came in to say hi. I was saying, I tried to contact Michael's about the picture frames being damaged, and because I guess everything's like online, they're not answering the phone, they're just doing chat. I waited over an hour, and like the queue said 99 plus like people were in line to talk, and I waited for an hour and then I got kicked off. So that kind of like really annoyed me, because I'm not a patient person to begin with, but I'm gonna have to keep trying. I really don't want to have to like reorder them with my own money, because they're pretty expensive. And it sucks because they're not real wood, they're like plastic wood, so I can't even fix it with wood glue or attempt to fix it with, like, I'm glad the glass didn't break, but I can't fix it, there's no way. Nice smile, Lil. And then what else did I want to say? I don't remember, because my camera and Lily and everybody distracted me. Oh, the doctor's appointment. So I'm 34 weeks and 4 days along, and they did not do an ultrasound, but they did the tape measurement. If you've been pregnant, I know you know what I'm talking about. So if you have been pregnant, can you please like ease my mind? Well, probably won't even ease my mind if it's what I'm thinking. So she measured my belly and told me I'm 33 and a half weeks. Like, I'm measuring at 33 and a half weeks, but I'm 34 and a half weeks. So, one, do you think she accidentally said 33? Because I don't. Like, it could very well be like an accident, a slip of the tongue by saying the wrong week, but I don't think she would. And then two, because I have a really long torso and this baby is like really hidden well, could I be measuring at 33 weeks and it be okay? Like, do you think the baby's size is, I shouldn't even be asking YouTube, you guys aren't doctors. I just want to know, like, if you guys have measured behind with that measurement, if everything turned out okay. That's really what I'm getting at. The doctor said that for delivery as of right now, like if I go into delivery or go into labor as of right now, that I will go to the hospital. I will, how do I say this? If I'm in active labor, then Kyle can come with me after I'm admitted into the hospital, but if I'm not in active labor, they're not going to admit me, and they're not gonna let Kyle come in, just for safety reasons, of course. They didn't say anything about doing the testing for COVID, so I'm not 100% sure if they're going to be testing me at that hospital. I know the other hospital on this island are testing anybody that come in, so I'm not 100% sure if she just didn't mention that. I don't know. 39 days until my due date, or maybe even 38. Oh, don't want to call an emergency number. How many days until June 13th?
It's 38 days until then.
38 days until my due date, so that's exciting. I'll show you a bump date and stop talking because I'm sure you guys are sick of me talking. So definitely, Kyle says that my bump is really low, which I find hilarious because I feel like they're way up here all the time, kicking me in the ribs. But this is my cute little bump. I think it's weird that like I still have like abs. But I mean, I throw up almost every day, so I probably have abs because I throw up every day. Or at least not even throwing up, I just like gag, unfortunately, like uncontrollably. Anyways, I have a doctor's appointment in 2 weeks, and then after that they go to like every week. So we're getting close. I can't believe it. They're kicking right now. They're like, shut up, Mom. I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao for now.